What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, talking today about PlayStation because Sony just announced two big updates to PlayStation Plus coming out in the next couple weeks. First, they announced the PlayStation Plus games for October, and they're actually pretty decent. And they revealed a new feature that a lot of people have been asking for, which is cloud streaming. Let's take a look at what all of this means. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you could like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. So let's start things off by just talking about the PlayStation Plus game catalog for October, because to me personally, this is the best part of PlayStation Plus, is honestly just the crazy amount of games we get every single month added to the service. You know, if you have any of the tiers from Extra or Premium, you get access to bunches and bunches of games every single month. Gotham Knights first up. I hate this game. I'll be honest, this is one of those games that some people are big fans of it. I know they've patched it and fixed it some, but I played it at launch, and it has got to be one of the worst Batman games I've ever played. Obviously, Batman isn't even in it, but it is co-op, so if you're looking for some multiplayer action, that's pretty decent. Disco Elysium, one of the highest rated games of all time. It's a very trippy RPG where you're trying to solve mysteries, extremely bizarre. You can die from sitting in a chair and getting a bad roll. It is hilarious, but here's the most interesting part of the PlayStation Plus games for October is that we got a lot of horror. I'm glad that Sony decided to open up their pocketbook and give us a lot of horror games this month. First up, Dark Pictures House of Ashes. This is part of the Dark Pictures Anthology. They've done a bunch of these. This is a game I definitely meant to play. They're practically like interactive movies, but they are pretty cool. You're playing a military unit stuck in an underground chemical facility, and it's got a lot of weird mystique to it as to whether or not the monsters are real or not. I've heard very good things. Personally, this is the game I am going to be playing first, and after that, I've got to replay Alien Isolation. This is still one of the most petrifyingly terrifying games I've ever played. Nobody's going to remember this now, but I reviewed this game when it came out, 8-9 years ago at this point. The game is truly a deadly game of hide and seek where you're playing as this character that's on the Nostromo who's trying to basically explore this place while aliens track her down. The game is truly a unique sense of frights. This is a giant W. Dead Island Definitive Edition, a classic. If you never played the original Dead Island, it wasn't a bad game, but I think a lot of people felt like it was mismarketed. It's great that they're bringing in the Definitive Edition, which adds in the patches, the DLC. It's definitely a much better product than what we played back on the PlayStation 3. I actually really have a soft spot for Dead Island, and I really enjoyed Dead Island too, so this is one of those games I definitely want to try, but more of co-op. It's definitely more fun with a friend. Outlast 2. This game has some detractors. I love Outlast 2. I'm even going to go a step further and say I like Outlast 2 more than Outlast 1. I mean, it's definitely not as scary, but it's just so freaky, getting hunted by a cult and having people read fake Bible verses while they track you down with a deadly pickaxe. This is all freaking amazing horror games that Sony stacked up. Fantastic. But along with more spacey stuff, Elite Dangerous is getting added to PlayStation Plus. That's cool. Far Changing Tides is like that, it's a boy in a ship embarking on an epic voyage to find a new home. Gungrave Gore, Eldest Souls. These are all games that definitely, while may be tinier, are awesome. I have been wanting to play Eldest Souls so bad. This is actually like a 2D Dark Souls game. Absolutely, I have heard they nailed the art, the vibe, the health. It is straight up 2D Dark Souls. And a lot of games claim that. Eldest Souls genuinely got it right. Man, this is so freaking cool to me. But here's the part of it that I am less excited about. Once again, the PlayStation Premium Classics. the highest tier of PlayStation Plus that you can pay for is $20 a month, $18 a month, and you get retro games. And once again, we got a bunch of duds. I mean, Soulcalibur Broken Destiny is at least interesting. Tekken 6, whatever. IQ Final, whatever. Ape Escape Academy is decently cool, but in my opinion, this is one of the worst of the Ape Escape games. And all the Ape Escape games are still great, so even this dud is still pretty fantastic. I just wish we had more, I don't know. The classics games just seem to be so bad. I really wish they'd do something like make a deal to get the original Resident Evil games on there. Give me RE2 and RE3 or Dino Crisis. There's been leaked art of Dino Crisis, so we know that Dino Crisis is coming to this at some point. Just release it. It's spooky month. Why the heck not? Next up, though, let's talk about the fact that they revealed PlayStation 5 cloud streaming. Now, this is going to be a service where if you have a decent enough internet connection, you can stream the games instead of installing them. Now, 99% of people are not going to use this. It's a very niche thing, but people have been asking for it. So, apparently it's going to support up to 4K resolution, which I'll believe it when I see it. Next up, we have 3D audio support, screenshots and video capture, so that's cool. And it's coming out this month. First in Japan, second in Europe, and third in North America. It's interesting. So, I mean, it's going to be kind of cool to think about the idea of being able to stream PlayStation 5 games, but we'll see how good it actually turns out to be. I know that we're all going towards that streaming future currently. This is where we're all going to end up. But as it currently exists, I still feel like the technology is not fully there, especially here in America. Our internet infrastructure is not super great. We still have data caps and stuff. So streaming a PlayStation 5 game just does not quite seem as really doable as it probably will be in 5 or 6 years. But you have to give credit. Right now, both Xbox with their cloud streaming and PlayStation with their cloud streaming, I'm glad they're getting the technology ready now, because even though I'm not going to use it, when we get to that inevitable streaming future, I'm glad they'll have the tech ready and available. But what do you guys think about this month of PlayStation Plus? Is this a pretty decent set? Do you plan on playing some spooky games this month? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And please, if you could, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. And please, keep dreaming. I have so many cats around me right now. I have a new roommate, and she has 2 cats that just keep sneaking in my room. And I'll just randomly be filming a video, and I'll just see a cat like tiptoeing underneath my bed. It's very fun, but they're so goofy. Go follow me on Instagram if you want cat pics. I've been posting cat Instagram stories. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.